stupid. All this information is out there for free. They choose not to do anything with it, but they'll make jokes about it while they're still going to work or in unemployment lines. Make that make sense. But today, for an informed person, you have a plan of action. We know what we're doing, when we're going to do it, how we're going to do it, what we're looking for. Retail has no idea they're going to react. Well, if it breaks out, if it does something and starts running, then I'll chase after it. That's not informed money. That's herd mentality. That's casino mentality. That's lottery winning. That's cryptomania. Do this a lot, and then I'll think it's important. I'll chase after it and waste my money. To informed money, tomorrow is new opportunities. But for retail and people that are unorganized, tomorrow is unknown. And fear and greed grips them. Not you. Not you. Because you know when you're making time to do the things that you've made a plan of action for. I know what yesterday's daily high and low is. I can trade inside that range. I don't need it to do anything outside of the high of yesterday or below the low of yesterday. I don't need that. And I can carve out a bread-winning system to feed my family. You ever think about it like that? And say, I got to make a lot of money so I can buy a car and fit in with the clique. Everybody's showing cars. If I don't put out a picture of me buying a car or going in debt with a depreciating asset, then I'm not going to be looked upon as someone that's profitable. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of people on Instagram that have lots of lease payments. They have lots of the things that they can't do financially to pay for unless they sell mentorships or they get the revenue from the things that they're doing. And I am not dumping on them. That is not the point of what I'm about to say. I'm saying that you're being trapped by the illusion. What's more important? You wasting hours chasing after what everybody else is doing on social media, thinking it's encouraging you, when it's really not. Because you want to be them. That means you're coveting their things. That's why I never show you my stuff. Because it doesn't matter. You're never going to drive my car. There's nobody ever drove my car. Ever. None of my boys have ever drove my cars. My wife has never drove my cars. Period. They're not going to help you. They're not going to help you make better decisions in your trades. They're not going to help you find the right fair value gap. They're not going to help you determine which fair value gap is going to become an inversion fair value gap before it even gets there. They would distract you. What I spend a week, where I eat, what I do, none of that's your business. Just like none of what you do is anybody else's business. How much you make is nobody else's business. You make $5 million in 16 weeks. You go out and show everybody. There are going to still be people, I would have expected you to have made more money than that. And this is somebody working at Dunkin' Donuts. And you're taking their opinion and you're carrying it with you all the way to bed. And it's in your head, swirling around, stealing productivity, stealing contentment. You need to focus on yourself. Master fear and greed. It's an easy thing, but you have to plan by pruning the things that steal from you. Your attention, your focus, they weigh you down. How many times a day do you think about things that have not lifted you up, made you excited about what you're doing? Contrast that with how many things you thought about that was depressing, focusing on drama. This person's getting this done to them. This person's talking about that one. This one can't do this. This one can do this better than that one. How does that have anything to do with your bottom line? How does that have anything to do with your productivity, except for making it less productive? How much is your time worth? I mean, really, what are you saying about your personal time? It's so cheap, inexpensive that you can just throw it around to all these nobodies, letting other people dictate and grade your productivity, where you are at, your progress, your prowess as a trader. These people don't matter. I don't matter. Once you learn how to do this, I don't want you to come back to my content. That's the whole point of how I teach. I don't tether you to me. I raise you up, teach you how to fly, and then I kick you in the rear end, boot you out the nest, and goodbye. Fly. You're not on an everyday payment system with me. You come here, you listen to me. If you get something of value, God bless you. Good. Hope it serves you well. That's all you're here for. Nothing extra. What can you take away to get your plan of action moving along more efficiently? How can I avoid making the same mistakes that ICT has made? That's why I talk to you in long-winded portions of the video, because you can't see the danger and the hazard just around the bend that you haven't got to yet. But I've been there multiple times. I have coping skills and procedures and protocols to avoid wrecking. You don't, because you've never been there before. But you want to say, you talk too much, bro. If I see that stuff, you're being blocked because you're literally a waste of my time. I don't even want to look at your message. Just the fact that I spent a second looking at your nonsense is a waste of my time. Look around, folks. Look around. Is it expensive enough yet for you? I'm rich, and I hate how much things cost now. It sucks. And every time I go to the store, I think about all of you that are coming up in this. You haven't made it yet. If you learn to do it well right now, you're going to be so much more better than you ever imagined, because you're wrestling with things that everybody is wrestling with too, making ends meet. Everybody's upset. Division everywhere. The procedure and the solution to that is cut it all out. Cut it all out. Focus on you and your family. Focus on development and leave it to that. You got to go ghost mode. Cut everything out. You're not on social media to talk to nobody. And there it is. That's it. We're done. Guys, if you could let me know, send me a tweet that you can hear me clear and the volume's okay. As soon as I get a couple of you that can tell me that everything's good on the audio, I'll begin. Thank you for that. All right, so today it's going to be a brief one, and I usually do that with tongue in cheek. It ends up becoming a marathon. I assure you it's not going to be that way today, okay? I want to talk a little bit about fear and greed and the ties that bind. All of us have reason to be thankful that we woke up today. All of us have a reason to be appreciative that we've been given another day of opportunities. And for the moment, while we're talking together, or while I'm talking to you, I want you to think about today as a daily candle, like we all do in charts. When you woke and you got yourself out of sleep, whatever time that was, that started your day. That daily candle of productivity, what you're going to do, the most maximum level of productivity, that's the high of your daily candle. And the low of your daily candle is the least that you did. Now, everybody, unless you're in depression, unless you're inebriated, intoxicated, everybody wants to have a bullish candle in life. Everybody wants to have maximum output, maximum results, maximum benefit, maximum yield for investment. But not every day provides that. Sometimes the narrative that we think, but not every day provides that. Sometimes the narrative that we think our daily candle is going to unfold under gets disrupted, manually intervened, if you will. And at the end of the day, when you go to sleep, that closes your daily candle. My question to you is this. Last night when you went to sleep, did you feel like you were uneasy about anything? Did you worry about the high of yesterday's daily candle in your personal productivity? The things that you didn't do and the things that you did do. Now, for most people in trading, they're wrestling continuously with fear and greed. And those two pillars of adversity in every aspect of success, not just in trading. Fear and greed are two paralyzing enemies. They'll hold you back if you allow them. And so few in this world know how to master them, conquer them, and then use them as weapons at their disposal. I'm going to talk a little bit about that and how you can do that. But first, you have to identify them as the adversaries that they are and where they do their most effective disruptions, where they hold you back, where they blind you, where they keep you from seeing opportunities, when they take from you. Like vampires, it sucks the life and the creativity and the passion and the hope and the direction and the desire to do anything at all. Because it's easily seen in trading more than anything else, the paralyzing grip that fear and greed implement. Think about today. You woke up. That started your daily candle. If you don't have a plan of what you're going to do today, before you woke up, you have no idea what you're going to do. You're going to be chasing price in everyday life. Whatever gets your attention right now, when you're younger, it's